Awesome. Sweet. So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. All right. So for the beginning of this class, we're just going to talk about only the copyright stuff for the first 10 minutes. So for Amazon, there's a lot of differences between Amazon and Aliexpress. So wherever you decide to get your product from, there's going to be different rules. Like say if you're going through Amazon FBA, there are rules posted on Amazon, like their actual website. It says here, the site standards for main product images, they must have a pure white background. It says pure white blends in with the Amazon search and product detail pages. And then it says main images must be professional photographs of the actual product. And they got a bunch of other rules here that I'm not going to read all the way through, but if you look up on their actual website, it'll give you a list of how they want your product pictures to look, because I guess they sometimes don't accept them. But with AliExpress, it's a lot easier. So as easy as it is using product images directly from AliExpress, it's important to understand there are some downsides of this approach. For example, many product pictures from AliExpress are often low quality. So to avoid boring your customers to death with generic photos that they've probably seen like hundreds of times on Facebook, my advice is to create your own. But obviously, you know, like not everyone has, you know, like the right resources like a camera and different other stuff that they can put it on their computer. For best results, it is recommended that you order some sample products and, you know, either take photos yourself or hire a product photographer specialist. For one, it's important that you see, you know, your product in the flesh before allowing your customers to order them through your store. Just because, you know, you want to check the quality, make sure it's exactly what you're seeing on the product page when you order it. And too many times this will happen where an AliExpress product will appear like a winner, and then the merchant imports it to their store without seeing it themselves. And the newly added product gets ordered by customers, and the product is found to lack quality, leaving many customers unhappy with your brand's products and services. So, secondly, many AliExpress product photos are either low quality, don't capture a product in the best way, or don't match the style and feel of your e-commerce store. Or perhaps the worst case scenario, the exact photo has been used on a competitor site, making your website and its products seem either untrustworthy or lacking uniqueness. So the fear of getting sued for copyright violations is a fear that scares a lot of dropshippers. Nobody likes that thought dangling over their head. But on the other hand, it shouldn't be something that holds you back from starting your business. So I'm going to be answering 3 questions. Will you get sued if you use product images from AliExpress suppliers? How can I avoid being sued for copyright images? And can I sell AliExpress products that are trademarked? Okay, so first off, I must say I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice, but for the first question, will you get sued if you use product images from AliExpress suppliers? The answer is almost certainly no. It's unlikely that Chinese suppliers will pursue you in court for reuse of their images. In China, piracy is looked at differently in their culture as opposed to the United States. Here, we strongly value the rights of the individual. Like, you know, I'm not sure how it is in Canada, but like over here, like the reason we view piracy as wrong and practically stealing the efforts of another business is because it's the land of the free over here. It's all entrepreneurial spirit ship. Whereas in China, the idea that just one person should benefit from a product that can be so cheaply copied and distributed to the masses is seen as bizarre to the Chinese. They would rather have their images be reused by other sellers because they see this as an opportunity to make even more money. That is why if you go on Aliexpress, you'll find suppliers that are literally sharing the exact same image for one type of product. With so many suppliers already using the same image, finding the original owner of these photos would be extremely hard. But luckily, I know how to do it. So one good way to see if a photo is copyrighted is by reverse searching the image. Have you ever done that? So it's pretty easy. All you got to do is right click on the image and then select copy image address. Then what you're going to do is you're going to paste that into something like Google Images or, you know, a site dedicated to reverse image search. You can use stuff like TinEye. That's a good one. This will show you where the image is used and where it has come from. You can also install plugins or Chrome extensions to easily reverse search images. Now, if it comes from you know, a paid stock photo website like Adobe or anywhere you have to buy images, then don't touch it because you'll have to go and buy that photo yourself. Even if the owner opted to take legal action against their images, it's highly unlikely that a small online dropshipping store would be the first door that they would come knocking on. It would mostly be the Chinese manufacturers on AliExpress that they would first sue. But of course, nobody likes the thought of getting sued. So if you are still in doubt, I recommend that you message your supplier. That's the best option to confirm whether it's okay to reuse their stock images before putting them in your store. Personally, I've never met a supplier that has said no. They almost always say, you know, yeah, you can use the pictures. It's always reassuring to get that confirmation before deciding to sell it in your store. If you find a photo on a product page and you can't find it anywhere else and say, you know, like say you really wanted that picture, but they're not responding, and you're still worried about copyright violations, you could download it and customize it to make it your own. I'm not 100% sure about this, but according to internet lore, if you change 30% of a copyrighted work, it is no longer infringement and you can use it however you want. So if you wanted to maybe put the name of your product in the image or maybe change the color of the text or, you know, add a watermark, that's perfect ways you could change 30% of it and then make it your own. So the easiest method to find reusable copyright-free images is with Google Images. The way you do this is by firstly clicking Settings at the bottom of Google and then hit Advanced Search. And then on the next page, you're just going to type in what you wanted to search for. And then from there, I'm sorry, here we go. So on the next page, you just type in what you want to search for, and under usage rights, select the free to use, share, or modify, even commercially option. All right, so what you want to be careful for You can't sell items that are trademarked. So these are items with logos on them in the product image. So drop shipping trademarked products will feel like walking on thin ice. As a general rule of thumb, you should never sell anything that is branded with a trademark. It's highly illegal. It's easy to assume that it's okay to sell trademark products because when you go on Aliexpress, you usually see several of them being sold by Chinese manufacturers. But remember what I said earlier, these manufacturers in China don't have any rights to these photos either. The only difference is that stealing images is a common practice to the Chinese when doing business. So don't be fooled here. Selling trademark products should never be a go-to strategy for you, even though you see all these other AliExpress people using the same photo in their product pages. So should you use AliExpress photos for your e-commerce store or not? Well, there's really no wrong or right answer, as long as you aren't infringing on any copyright laws and you have permission. For drop shippers that are just starting out, maybe using AliExpress images is the way to go. As your revenue increases and your budget becomes more flexible, then you could think about investing in a professional photographer and graphic designer to make unique images for your store. So with the right knowledge and awareness, the fear of getting sued will be a thing of the past, and you'll realize it is not as scary as you first imagined. And here's 3 websites that you can find free images. You can do Unsplash, and these are all copyright-free images. It's called Unsplash, and then there's another one called Burst. And lastly, the one I mentioned last class, Canva, which Aaron also mentioned. All right, so now we can hop straight into let's see. So first, what I went ahead and did before this class is I downloaded some footage that we can edit. And I did that through this website that I mentioned last class, the YTMP3. All you got to do is you just copy the link up here on a YouTube video, and then you go over here and you just, here, I'll do it really quick. All you got to do is you just paste that link in there, convert it. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's do this one more time. Sometimes it is a little glitchy, so you'll have to like pull it up again. YTMP3. And I have never gotten any, what's it called? Any viruses or anything sketchy like that on my computer from this website. Oh boy. So yeah, like I said, 95% of the time it will work, but luckily I've already downloaded it and it worked earlier, so. All right, so this right here is Final Cut Pro. These are the videos I post on my YouTube channel, ignore that. But so what you need to do, the very first thing you do when you start out on Final Cut Pro is you go to New, File New, and then you would hit Project. And then you would name your project. So I downloaded some meat shredder footage that we're gonna edit. All right, so now that project is, oh boy. Let's create a new event. So these right here are called events. This is how you can separate your footage. So I have a California trip right here. I got all my California footage right here. So what you do to make a new event is you'd hit event, and we'll name this meat shredder. And now it's gonna pop up right over here. And within this event, we have the project. So now we can name this project meat shredder. All right, so now we go and get our footage. So you just drag this right in here into this workspace. And then this is probably my favorite video editing software because I've tried all of them, all the way to the highest end video editing software that you can use, which is called Adobe Premiere Pro. And they use that one for like editing the Hollywood movies. So out of all of the video editing softwares I've used, this one's the easiest. It's got everything that you can do on Premiere Pro, and it's as simple as iMovie, which is like one of the lower end video editing softwares. So all you would have to do, this is in your event now, in your footage, and you just drag this down into your project. All right, so now this is the workspace where we can actually get started. So to cut footage, very, very easy. All you have to do is switch this clicking tool to the blade. And this is how you're gonna chop up your footage. So to chop up the footage, you zoom in and let's see, don't want this guy talking. So we're gonna just get rid of the audio really quick on this. This is how you lower the audio. And then get the blade tool. So we don't want this guy talking, so we're gonna go right here to this part where he's cutting the meat, and we just cut it right there. Now we're gonna go back to our select tool, and then we're gonna click this clip right here that we didn't want, and then we're just gonna hit the delete key. So now we're left with this. So now we're gonna do the same thing over here, get some more footage, get rid of this guy talking right here. So we're gonna hit the blade tool, cut it right there. And then we'll cut it again over here where he's done talking. Right there. All right, so now we can just go ahead and get the select tool, delete that footage right there. Now we got this footage of this that we can use in a video advertisement. Oh, one more clip of him talking. Here we go. Is there any more talking? We'll just cut it right there at the very end. Okay, so now get those parts that we don't want, delete. All right, so now we have the product, which is these bare meat shredders all in the video. So what's the next thing? Okay, so how to create event, how to create project, how to chop up footage, how to add songs. Okay. So to add a song, I always recommend using the songs within the video editing software because you won't get copyrighted for that music. So let's go to the sound effects right here. All right. So now we can just go through this, find a good, let's see. We'll just go ahead and add this. Yeah, let's go ahead and add that song. And if it's not long enough, all you have to do is hit, all you have to do is just copy this. So hit Command C on a Mac, but for you, it would be just right click and then copy, and then paste it, and bam. So now we got the song playing throughout the whole thing. And to add any other sound effects, those are also up here. So if I wanted to add like a toilet flush. Let's see. So now for the next step, how to add video effects. So to add a video effect, those are going to be right over here under the installed effects. You could always download more effects if you want to. But they got a very wide range of video effects in here that I'm going to show you. Let's see. Let's say if I wanted to brighten, that's going to show you over there what it looks like if it was brightened. Let's say if I wanted to put this in like a camcorder, like a thing was recording it, got that option. You can make it cartoon. Yeah, it's like the simplest, best video editing software out there. And you can do pretty much anything with it. So let's see. So now for the next. How to make an object disappear or fade away. So to do that, I'm going to go right on over here to one of these videos. Okay, so that's me. I'm in a wig. I'm going to make myself disappear. So here I am in front of a green screen. I'll show you. There's me in front of the green screen. So right here, if I take a small clip of this. All right, so if I take a small clip of this. So here I am in the green screen, but we need a video of me outside of the green screen. So what we would do to get that, just go to an old video and copy this and see. Okay. So where is it? 176. All right, so there is me in the green screen, and then here's this little clip with me not in the green screen. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get your product, put it in the video, like there's me, pretend I'm a product, and then you're gonna film without touching the camera again. You're gonna move the product out of the way and just film the background, and just get like 2 or 3 seconds of just background of the video. And then what you're gonna do is there's this keyer tool that blends in the background with whatever background you have. And then you can add this cross dissolve effect to kind of make yourself disappear. So that's how you make a product disappear out of frame. And then how to add transitions. So these are the same, pretty much the same thing as the video effects. You're going to go over here to transitions. And so let's go back to that meat shredder. So to add transitions to this meat shredder, we could do like a side wipe. So there's this one. What does that look like? Oh, that looks terrible. I didn't like that one. Let's see. Circle. What does that one look like? Not bad, but looks like there was a clip of guy in there. Kind of. Let's see. Cube. What does cube look like? Not bad. So yeah, like you can use these transitions to kind of keep the audience engaged as you go from clip to clip. And then let's see what else is next. Got. So keyboard shortcuts, that's not going to matter to you because I have a Mac, so I'm not sure what keys you would press on your keyboard. But let's see how to add text. All right, so To add text, very easy in Final Cut Pro. They make it very simple. So you go up here to this button in the top left corner, show text and titles and generators. So all you would have to do to add text, I like the custom because you can edit it as however you want, but they also have like stuff that like zooms in, stuff that kind of like tumbles, or let's see. This one fades in, this one rotates. So I just like the custom. So I'll drag that on top of the clip. And now this purple thing is representing this little title thingy right here. Looks like they already added their own titles. So what you can do to crop that out of the video is you hit crop and this little button right here, and then you hit crop, and then you can cut that out of the video. Bam. So now we can put our own titles in there. So now we're gonna drag this in here, spread that all the way across the clip, and then we can type in bear meat, oops, shredders, and then right here you can actually change the font. I like impact, and then right here you can scroll up or down to make it bigger. So what I usually like to do with text is I'll just copy it and then do that. It's a lot easier than keep on putting in the details and stuff. And then you can start putting in like benefits, like why do they need this? No more bent forks. Or, you know, like we could copy this and then put at the very end call to action, like click the link and then order now. So now we can change different colors of the text. So to make people actually click, we're going to highlight this word yellow. So I highlighted it up here in the text bar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go down and then you're going to hit face. And then you're going to hit show to show the options. And then you're going to hit this white color right here. And we're going to make that yellow. So we'll pow. Now that person's eye is going to automatically go to that color. And then we can also do that right here with the now. Makes them read it all the way through. So to add like, that looks like it's kind of blending in with the meat. So to add like something in the background, you're gonna hit generator. And then you're gonna go to custom. And we can drag that right underneath here. So what that does is it kind of makes like this black background for you, but we don't want all that black background. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to scale. And from the crop button right here, we're gonna hit top because we want to drag the top down. So we're gonna drag that all the way down. Make the text fit in here a little better. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this blend in with the video. So we're gonna go to opacity and then we're gonna hit, I don't know, 50%. Well, pow. So now you got like kind of like a light black bar that kind of blends in and makes the text a little easier to read. And let's see what's next on here. So we went through text, how to change color of text. Awesome. So yeah, man, this is the video editing software I recommend. It's like literally the easiest out of probably, I'm not even kidding, all of them, because I've tried every single one of them. I've tried iMovie, After Effects, Premiere. This one's just the simplest and easiest to use, and you can do the most with it, and it's not too hard. It's only a YouTube search or a Google search away to use this. Unlike most video editing softwares where it just takes hours to understand like one thing.
What's the name of that software again? I know you said it.
Final Cut Pro.
Okay, thanks.
Of course. Yeah, man, it's the best. Is there anything else I can show you in here, like that I didn't show?
I just had maybe like a couple of questions if you have time.
Yeah.
You mentioned like it would be best to order the product and take content like yourselves.
Yeah, so that's always going to be the best way. And it's doesn't have to be super hard. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. All you really need is just like a white sheet, and then like your camera on your phone. And it's always best to just do a quality check before you actually put the product on your website, because you want to see if it's actually what the supplier is saying it is. And yeah, and then you can take your own pictures with it, and it's a lot better because maybe your customer has seen that product before on someone else's product page, and then if you use the same picture, they're going to be like, oh, this isn't the original person who's selling this product. So a lot of drop shippers are just going to do that. They're just going to steal a picture that isn't theirs, and they're not going to go that extra mile and take a picture that kind of blends in better with their store.
So do you always order the product first, or you only order the products that have the potential like to be a winner once you test them?
Oh yeah, so if I so what I usually do is I see how many people are selling that product on Aliexpress, and if it's between like 5,000 orders and 10,000 orders, then it's a good product to sell. And usually I'll order one just to check the quality right away, right off the bat. And then if I like the quality, then I'll film it or I'll take pictures of it. And then what's it called? But there's like specific cases where it's just easier to steal the product image off of the product page, and then like tweak it to make it your own. Like you can use Canva to make it like a little bit more your own than because like I said, that I'm not sure if it's 100% true or not, but that internet lore, it said that if you change 30% of the image or video, then you can use it for yourself and it's not violating any copyright issues.
Thanks. And I just wanted to make sure I understand, like for the Amazon pictures, you do like reverse search also like you would do for AliExpress to make sure it's not copyrighted?
Yeah, that's the best way to make sure where that image is coming from originally. And you can use like pictures with products, but as long as they don't have the logo or the trademarks, then that's where you'll get in trouble. That's the only time you should worry about something, is if it has a logo. But yeah, with Amazon, it's a little bit more tricky than AliExpress.
Yeah. How long would you recommend like the video to be? Around like 45 seconds, I guess, or?
Yeah, so I would recommend no longer than 45 seconds, but 30 to 45 seconds is like the sweet spot.
Okay.
Yeah, because, and then in the first 5 seconds is the most important.
And also like you mentioned that you learned this, like this tool, did you learn it by like taking a course, or it was all on Google and YouTube?
most of everything I know about drop shipping is from YouTube, and a couple YouTubers I recommend that you watch are the Ecom King. I don't know if you know him. Yeah, he's one of the best. And then Verum Ecom, that's spelled VERUM, and then Ecom. And then let's see, who's some other good ones?
Do
Yeah,
you
because
know like
they taught me everything I know.
do you watch like Aiden Bowles, and I think he's from Arizona too.
I Oh wait, yeah, I think I have heard of him actually. That's another really good one.
Yeah, and I just found one also that I don't know if you know of him, but I found him recently. His name is Narek something. Don't know if you've heard of him. Narek Chill.
Direct Chill.
Yeah, I'll write it in the chat. I'm
Oh,
not sure if he's. I looks. I think he's great, but I don't know him personally. So they thought. So you would recommend like checking out actual drop shippers that do this to learn how to do like.
oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
because a lot of them are scammers and they'll just kind of try selling you their course.
Yeah.
But you'll get really lucky sometimes and you'll find like I want to say there's like a handful of YouTubers that like do nothing but just provide value and knowledge because they just want to help people. You
Mhm.
know, they're not like greedy people that are just trying to sell you their course, you know.
And I don't know if it's too much of a personal question, but like, is there any like a possibility to do this like full time and make great income, or it's you have to be lucky, or it just takes a lot of years and dedication?
You know, here's what I'll say about that is it doesn't have anything to do with luck, and it doesn't have anything to do with it. Really, all it depends on is how much you know in all the different fields of like everything that's involved in
Mhm.
drop shipping. You know, like there's so much stuff involved in drop shipping that, you know, even I don't know about. Like um I would say I probably only know like 50% of everything there is to know about drop shipping, just because every day I'm learning something new, or how I can um you know, bring more customers into my store, or how I can make my store look less scammy or drop shippy. And because that's kind of what drop shipping is kind of heading towards, branding. You
Mhm.
know, like if you can brand an e-commerce store, then like you're set, you know. But if your store looks too drop shippy, or like it's run by a drop shipper, then people will click away from your store. So like branding is like becoming a real big thing in the drop shipping industry. And like um, it's just, I don't know, it all just depends on how much you're willing to learn about every single little thing, because um, it doesn't have to do with luck. You know, like sometimes people will get lucky and they'll have a product sell for millions of dollars, but I think it just depends on how much you're willing to do yourself. Like for me, I don't think I would have gotten as far with drop shipping if I didn't start taking things into my own hands. Like I was like, okay, I'm not going to go on Fiverr anymore. I'm not going to go on Upwork and pay these people to edit my video advertisement or my photo advertisement. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to make this look exactly the way I want it to. And then maybe then, you know, I'll have a shot at drop shipping, because that's the really the most important thing in drop shipping is how good your photo ad is and how good your video ad is, because that's what's bringing people to your store, you know.
Yeah. And how long did it take you to like get success with drop shipping? Did it take a long time or?
Yeah, for to see my first sale, I was doing it full time. Like it was all I was doing. Like I wasn't in school. I was on like summer break or something, and like I
Mhm.
just dedicated like 2 weeks, just like every single second of the day. Like I would just dedicate it to perfecting my store and like perfecting my video editing like skills. And that's when I saw my first sale, and I was like, what? Like, this is possible. Like, I didn't think that, a 20-year-old kid like me could even do one sale, but that day was like one of the greatest like times of my life.
And it was with Facebook ads, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, Facebook ads.
Okay. Just had a last question. Like, when there's a logo on the product, can you remove it with this, like, with Final Cut Pro, or you would just recommend not using the material at all?
So for anything with a logo in it, I would just go ahead and just to be safe, like on the safe side, I would just go ahead and not even use that image, because there's a lot of other drop shippers that will have the same idea, and they'll just, like, they'll be like, oh, I really like that picture of the product, like, but I don't like that logo. I'm just gonna crop it out, or I'm just gonna edit that logo out. Sometimes the Facebook like robot, or like the Facebook artificial intelligence, like, it'll pick up that you used the same image, and like it'll take down your advertisement and like give you copyright violations. It's no fun. I did a lot of testing with Facebook ads, and sometimes even the songs I used would get taken down because of how advanced their artificial intelligence is. But yeah, I would say, just if you see something with a logo, don't even use a photo that you find that doesn't have a logo of that same picture, because yeah, like, it'll get taken down off of Facebook. So if you find a picture you like and it doesn't have a logo, I would do your best to look all over the internet, see if that same picture exists somewhere on the internet with a logo. And if it doesn't, then you're safe to use that picture. But yeah, just anything with a logo, I would refrain away from, or take your own picture, or use those methods that I showed you on Google, where it'll show you all the copyright free images.
And I remember Aaron once said that he was like reversing the videos or something like that. So like the Facebook AI doesn't recognize it or something like that. Is it in Final Cut Pro that we do that, or?
So that's Photoshop. It's a little, you can do it in Final Cut Pro, but it would just take a little bit longer than if you did it in Photoshop.
But I don't really understand what it is. It's just like what is it like? Do you know actually, or?
Oh, you mean like, are you talking about the Facebook artificial intelligence?
Like reversing a photo. I just don't understand what it does. Like,
oh, reversing a photo?
like a video or a photo so that the AI doesn't recognize it. Or I think it's Aaron that mentioned that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so what me and him used to do, we would take pictures from other people's, like, we would take their product image, and then we would, like, just in case Facebook recognized that same picture again when we uploaded it, we would tweak it a little bit. We would add like our own text in there, or we would add like a side-by-side photo. Like, maybe you have two different angles of your product, and then you could mash them together in Canva and then make it one single picture. I've seen people do that and get away with it.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not for videos, it's just for photos, right? That you can do this?
Yeah, so just for photos, if you change up to 30% of it, then
Right.
it becomes your own. But with videos, it's a little bit harder because you'd have to do what I showed you with the chopping up the footage, and then you'd have to get the clips that you want and then kind of change them so that way the Facebook algorithm doesn't pick it up.
Yeah. Okay, great. Kyle, thank you so much for your time, and it was really great. And I learned a lot of stuff, and you seem really like knowledgeable in that particular field, and I appreciate it. You sharing your knowledge. It's really appreciated.
Thank you so much, Maxime. I appreciate you for just being here tonight and being the only one. And man, I really appreciate you for just being here, man.
Yeah, no worries. If you have questions about anything or even about Canada, feel free to reach out.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I'll see you next week, man.
Yes, talk to you soon. Bye.
Ciao, bro.
Thanks.